Today's entertainment rankings and reviews. Many reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's entertainment rankings and reviews, back with another mini reviews vid. And today I'm going to tackle two, romantic type flicks and what have you from last year. And I know the first one here, please forgive me for trying to just get this. I really wanted to get this review out of the way, despite controversy between, well, it's stars and what have you, a couple of them anyway. But just bear with me, okay? These are recent romantic flicks, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the way and give them to you as best as I like them. Here's the first one. First off is It Ends With Us, released by Columbia last August, directed by Justin Baldoni, from a screenplay by Christy Hall, based on Colleen Hoover's 2016 novel, starring Blake Lively along with Baldoni, whom unfortunately has more recently caused a bit of a conflict, but I rarely don't get on that subject, okay? So please try to bear with me and what have you. I'm just going to talk about this film and nothing else, my thoughts on it. Also in the film is Brandon Sklenar and Jenny Slate and Hassan Minhaj. It follows the story of a florist named Lily Bloom whose troubled relationship with a neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid is compounded when her ex-boyfriend Atlas Corrigan re-enters her life. Yes, and I really won't get into too much of the story, so I'm just not going to talk much of the story, even though despite the controversies and all. So I'm just gonna give you just how the story falls in Miami, not much of the story, okay? Because I'm gonna keep this one close to being spoiler free. My thoughts on the film was I thought it was, pretty good in ways. I mean, well, despite the film loss to Deadpool and Wolverine, it still became a big success, though. The film went on to make $351 million against its $25 million budget. The reviews were mixed. Rotten Tomatoes has it a score of 55% on their tomato meter, saying earnestly performed if marred by clunky dialogue. The film is surprisingly at its most graceful when handling the more provocative elements of its melodramatic source material. Metacritic has it a score of 53, and audiences polled by CinemaScore gave it an average A minus, while those surveyed by PostTrack gave it an 85% positive score, with 69% saying they would definitely recommend it. Well, I am gonna say this is a pretty nice little film and what have you, but yeah, it does have its moments though. Now, the score by Rob Simonson and Duncan Blickenstaff wasn't too bad. So I am gonna say that some say that they've talked about how about the how it goes and what have you. Yes. Well, one review from the Sydney Morning Herald said that the film was packed with erotic cliches overlaid with a rolling soundtrack of pop hits that include songs by Taylor Swift and Lana Del Rey. Yeah. And the Times called it a glossy, sometimes soapy, but always compelling adaptation. And the Globe and Mail said that beyond nailing Lily's exact shade of auburn hair, funky and or sexy dress, and vision notebook stuffed with flowers, she also conveys her luminousness and strength and reminds you how pleasurable it can be to watch a romantic thriller. Well, Ain't not much a romantic drama, just more of a drama. Well, despite the controversies, I still like the performance Blake Lively gave. Justin Baldoni, well, he's fine as Ryle. Jenny Slate, I did like as Elisa, and Brendan Sklenar played Atlas, and Hassan Minhaj played Marshall. Anyway, and there's others, but I'm gonna say that the main cast isn't too bad. The story is decent and what have you, and so is the direction, even though despite it's from Baldoni. And the score's good too, and the music as well. So overall, it ends with is fine and what have you. The film is currently available on physical media and is now available and is also available to stream on Netflix. For my score, I give it in twist 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8. Now to the next film. The next film I'm going to be doing a mini review of is We Live in Time, released by A24 along with Studio Canal. This is actually more of a romantic dramedy, directed by John Crowley and written by Nick Payne. Following the relationship of a couple over the course of a decade, the film uses non-linear narrative. Unlike It Ends With, this got a little bit better response at the box office. Now, now this is about Tobias Durand, who is out purchasing a pen to sign divorce papers served to him by his wife, wanders into the road and is struck by a car driven by Almut, a former figure skater turned Bavarian fusion chef. At the hospital, Almut offers to treat Tobias and his wife to a meal at the restaurant she works at, though Tobias does not disclose his divorce to her. On the night of this dinner, Tobias, now separated, goes to the restaurant alone, informing Almut this time of his divorce. The two go to Almut's flat after dinner and have a little sex. They spend the following day together with Almut cooking for Tobias, showing the best way to crack an egg. They move in together soon afterwards. And months later, Almut had revealed kids weren't really her thing. Tobias expresses to Almut his desire to one day have a family with her, and that's because he has begun to fall in love with her. But things do take turns and what have you, and what throughout this film. But nevertheless, that's all of the story I'm going to tell you. This film did do well, going on to make 53 million worldwide. So that's good. We don't really know its budget, so it's the budget's not even revealed. My thoughts on We Live in Time. I think this was a much better film over It Ends With Us because, well, I liked its two main stars, which are Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. The film has is currently at 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say that Garfield and Pugh's palpable chemistry will snatch audiences' hearts before breaking them in the film. It's a powerful melodrama that uses its nonlinear structure to thoughtfully explore grief. I couldn't agree more. I do agree. Metacritic has a score of 58, and audiences surveyed by Track gave the film an 83% overall positive score, with 63% saying they would definitely recommend it. And the film recently had was released in October of last year. It just more recently came to the UK and France last month. Now, for other reviews, The Guardian's Benjamin Lee wrote, I found its throwback nature to be immensely charming, a big, full throated romantic drama that knows exactly how to make us swoon as well as make us sad. I hope there's time for more like it. Affirmative. Well, I will say that I thought the story wasn't too bad. It kind of takes a little surprising turns and what have you in ways, but that really didn't bother me at all much. So I will say this film has a little bit of potential to offer. Now, John Crowley does the direction for the film, and I must say he's very good. And he had recently directed several other films. The only other film I know him by is The Goldfinch, but I never saw. But I've heard of it though. Its score done by Bryce Dessner was actually pretty good. For our cast, Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh do exceptionally good jobs in playing Tobias and Almond. I think they are both absolutely good. The rest of the supporting cast isn't too bad either. So overall, even with its non-linear narrative used in the story, I still think We Live in Time was pretty good. And I'd say it had a lot to offer. Now, I'm not really sure if this is on physical media yet, but I think it is. But if you can't find it, the film is currently now available to stream on Max. It just came to them last weekend. So you have a good chance there. But I think it's on physical media now. My source does not say. I humbly apologize for that. But even so, We Live in Time. I think I liked it a little more than it was. For my score, I give We Live in Time 4 stars as well, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8.5. So there you go. Anyway, I still think Mr. Garfield and Miss Pugh do exceptionally good jobs. Those are the best things I liked about We Live in Time. The best things. Okay. There you have it. There's my mini reviews vid. So, what did you think? Did you ever see it Into Us or We Live in Time, or have you seen both? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow, make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Give them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my vids with your friends if you like. And join me next time when I celebrate the 25th anniversary of A Guilty Pleasure in Snow Day. So if you like this, check out my reviews for some of these other films. In the upper left hand corner, you can check out my review of Bridget Jones' Baby, which was my previous review, or you can go to the upper left hand corner and see, well, my previous me reviews vid, which includes me reviews of Saturday Night and You're Cordially Invited and My Old Ass. Or if you would like something else with Florence Pugh, check out my review of a recent film she was in a couple of years back, and that is the award-winning Oppenheimer, which is a spoiler-free review. And the bottom right-hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time on the Big D saying, see ya.